Hello.
Hello.
Can
Do your
you hear
nails
me?
match my hat?
Am I what?
Do your nails match my hat?
Oh, they do. So this
I
is
saw
perfect.
that. I saw that. I was like, oh shit.
This is meant to be today.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Chilling. Just had a little PB&J sandwich. Got me a little water bottle.
Classic. PB&J. Classic.
Right.
I love that. Well, thank you for hopping on live with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just gonna tell the people why we're here. So we are here for Behind the Beat. We're going behind the beat with Dana Vaughns, obviously. We're gonna talk music, we're gonna talk beats, all the things that he does, and then also y'all in for a special treat because he's gonna make a beat live here for us.
Yes, man. Let's go.
Right.
I'm hyped. I'm excited. I do that all the time on like my own lives, but it's such an honor to be able to do it on somebody else's page, especially AWAL, since you guys distribute my stuff for me. So it's great to be here.
Well, we're all excited. We're definitely all excited. Also, for everyone joining, feel free to just ask questions throughout. I'll try to get through them and even give you a shout out and say your name while I'm asking, so you can know who that questions are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's just hop right in. So you are in an amazing point of your career right now, right? Like,
yeah, it's been
you have
great.
a lot going on. I mean, we're gonna get to the singing, the producing in a second, but just tell the people, where they might be seeing your face nowadays.
Well, nowadays you will see my face on Netflix. I saw actually somebody is that the guy from Never Have I Ever? Yes, this is Marcus Jones from Never Have I Ever. So that's where I've been getting a lot of new fans and a lot of recognition from recently. And then I've just been out in LA for over 10 years now. I came up in this industry from dance to acting, and now I was in a group prior to being solo to producing my own stuff. So there's a lot of ways people, if they have seen me or there's like, oh, this is a familiar face. It probably been at an award show. You might have seen me with Cardi B at the BET Awards. You could have seen, like I said, Never Have I Ever, or just from my music and the music videos and things that are up.
Nice. And then speaking of Never Have I Ever, so you're not only in the show, but your song Girlfriends was featured in season 2 finale of the show, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, it was a surprise. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna go around and applause.
Let's celebrate that. That's huge.
Yeah, nah, it was a pleasant surprise. It was kind of I just took advantage of an opportunity, or not even took advantage of it. I presented an opportunity to them in the finale episode. They knew they wanted my character to dance, and it started off being like, oh, well, we wanted to have you do a dance or like this little like TikTok style of dance or something like that, but we don't know the song yet. Do you have any suggestions or anything like that? And I was like, well, I actually have a song that I think would work pretty well. So they took that, and it ended up not being, in the dance scene, technically it's one of those just like sync songs. It's just, you don't know what the song is. They just bought the song to do that section.
Right.
And but they're like, okay, so we can't do it there, but we're gonna put the song in the prom scene, which honestly, in the sense of storyline, I think it just sounded so good. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's my song, but it really sounded like, okay, this is a current high school dance, so you would actually hear this out. So for them to have it featured in there, and it got Shazammed a bunch, which is a good sign that when people were watching the show. Yeah, I think in the first like day or two, it got Shazammed over like 5,000 times from the show. So I was like, yo, it's definitely a really good benefit, and just it was the first time I've ever had that happen for me in my career. So it's a big blessing.
Well, definitely, hopefully many more to come. So
yes.
First, it's always great to celebrate. So can't wait to celebrate the next one too.
Thank you.
Of course. So yeah, you're a triple threat. Let's just call it how it is. You sing, you dance, act, you do all the things. Now, I don't know, you probably get this question often, but which one was like your first love that like, you've been doing all those things for so long, but which one did you start doing first? It
was dance. Dance was the first one that I got into. 6 years old. You Got Served came out. I was probably like 5 or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, You Got Served is literally what started me off with all this. Literally watched that. I'm not really like a shy person, but I don't like people assuming why I'm doing what I'm doing, even at the age of 5 or 6. So I'd be in my basement, like secretly dancing for like a year and a half.
Secretly?
And, yeah, for real. I'll never forget. There was one time I was in the basement and I was doing that. There's a scene where they do like a one-hand handstand and they grab their crotch while they in the handstand. I was a young kid. I remember I was practicing that and I got caught doing that shit. I literally was like, oh my God, they know I'm dancing. Like, oh, I was freaking out.
Caught by your parents? Were they like, hun, what are you?
Well, I don't even think they like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just being too worried about it. They were just, I'm a kid in the basement playing with stuff. They probably thought I was rolling around on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But in my head, I was like, oh shit, I got caught and all this stuff. And, I mean, I don't need to go through my whole life story, but yes, dance is dance is what got me into all things art, entertainment, and really, you know, just propelled me into everything I'm doing now.
Right. Okay. Well, we could definitely go through your life story at another time, though, because I would love to hear about it.
All right.
But so when it comes to making music and producing, when did you get into production? Because singing, I'm sure, came first, and then you started kind of learning how to produce. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so producing came into my life probably about 3 years ago. It was when I was transitioning out of this boy group I was in called I Am 5. People also might know me from there. I also saw a comment. Yes, I was in Kids Bop. I was the face of Kids Bop when I was young. Maybe from there. Who knows, you know? But yeah, I started producing just because tapping into my, you know, my solo career and all that. I wanted to, you know, create something that's genuine, to create something that is unique to me. And, you know, there's moments that you can work with other producers and, you know, block out time and be like, all right, this is what we're going to go for. This is our goal and this and that. But I didn't want to be reliant on that. There's a lot of artists who are every day asking people for beats. And that is just not that's just not the space that I wanted to be in. And also when you get that, your beats are probably going to sound like 4 other people that they're sending beats to. You know what I'm saying? So just in a sense of, what would the word be? I mean, just authenticity. I wasn't going to be able to be as authentic as I wanted to unless I started to produce. Right. So that's when it really came into play. And I've never had any classical training and any piano, any instrument, anything. This is all just praying and being like, all right, Lord, teach me how to do this. And it's worked. So.
Did you have any, or do you have any friends that are also producers and they like give you a helping hand, or literally you just kind of like use the internet, use what you can find, your own resources, and just learn that way?
I do have some friends that we all produce. Some producers that are, I would say, you know, more better, or, you know, this is hard. It's hard to say that, you know, but they just know more about how to get the sound out that you're looking for.
Right.
But when I really started it made me realize how much I was paying attention coming up, just in the game, being in the studio with the likes of like, Harvey Mason, the Underdogs, Aristocrats, some Babyface's team, and those things. When I started making my own music, it came back in my brain. I'm like, okay. So I've already gained all this knowledge, but I just didn't really use it yet. So yeah, I mean, I definitely collab with friends. We make other tracks, but you can't really change the formula to what sounds good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just like to focus on that, and of course, you know, try to add in my own flair and take it to the next level, and, you know, continues to push us into the future. But I just like to remember what I saw coming up. Because when I was younger, I wasn't writing the music. I wasn't producing the music. I was just singing the music.
Singing it.
Exactly. So to be able to pull that out was, it's working.
Nice. And I mean, you mentioned, you know, you wanted to make stuff that was authentic to you. So what would you say, if you could describe it, like the sounds or the elements you usually gravitate towards, or like the vibe you tend to want to create for yourself?
Yeah, I like atmospherical sounding keys.
I like that, atmospherical sounding keys.
I think it's a word. It's a word in my book. It's a word in my book.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, but nah, I like that, like atmospherical type of, like I said, type of keys. Something that has a bounce, even if it's like a mid-tempo record. I'll always have some, like, it's kind of like a kalimba scope or something like that, where it's just kind of like this, like these little bells or something, just to keep this rock, whatever that is, you know. My pocket definitely is a little unorthodox sometimes. If anybody in here wants to go back and listen to my first project, Familiar Strangers, is definitely an array of different types of pockets. And it was great, you know what I'm saying, because I proved to myself and to my fans that I can be unique. But then tapping into this next project, Love So Different, that I just dropped, I took the whatever, like what is it called? I didn't try to prove to myself so much that I could come up with something new. You know what I'm saying? Going back to all right, you came up with something new in your first project, but you can't change what's already laid the foundation for. You know, so there's only so many chord progressions. There's only so many this, until people who aren't really in music just don't even know how to appreciate it. Not that they don't want to,
Right.
but they just don't know how. And I could feel myself possibly going there. So I was like, okay, before I go there, let me hone it back in and give them something that they can relate to.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then speaking of Love So Different, so let's talk about that some more. It dropped last month. We're in August, right? Yeah, it dropped last month, right?
Yep, July 23rd.
How's it been for you? You know, just having fans listen and giving that feedback. Like, what's the ride been since it released?
Man, the ride has been great. On July 23rd when it dropped, I had a release party out here in LA, which was super cool, as I've never done that before. So it was really good that we probably had like 100 people come out mid-COVID, you know, and it wasn't even a performance; it was just a listening party. So that was a blessing. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying that on here,
You won't.
But it was a great turnout, even just for that night, for my people in LA, some of my peers, you know, some colleagues and things like that. And then the fans have just been eating it up. You know, it's got playlisted. Passionate got playlisted a little bit. Girlfriend did as well.
Yeah.
So it's just been really good. People are really loving this music. I think they're ingesting what I, you know, put out intentionally, and I think they're seeing the growth. And it's been great. I really haven't heard anything bad. Everybody has their own favorite, and that's the goal. My goal is, I don't want any album fillers. I don't want any EP fillers. Like, every song, if you heard it as a single, would make sense. So that's kind of my goal with this one.
What's the standout track for you? Like, your favorite, if you had to pick one. I know it's hard to do that with your own projects, but
yeah, it's so tough. I would say right now, Warning is the standout track for me. That one just has a special place in my heart. I just love all the elements in the project. I mean, in the project, but in that song specifically, like I said, if you guys, you know, take a chance to listen to it, but it definitely has them bells, doop, 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 like, it has those little things in there. The 808, there's only like, it's like these slow 808s. Like, I mean, I've heard like old things like Earth, Wind, and Fire producers. They're like, oh, we producer, the Elephants came out here, and you know, they had that visual. My visual for this one was like a band with this 808, like they just rocking like this, very, very slow 808s. Almost like, I don't even know, man. It's just hard.
Keep going. I was drawing the picture.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I see it as like, yeah, a marching band could do this. Also, just like, you know, with some of those people with the wooden like xylophones almost doing that. Like, it's just like this like lit band. And also, if y'all check my lives, you know, when I'm not on here, I be in here like, I just be like going crazy. I'm a one-man band over here.
I love it. Somebody said that's the spirit. I know.
Hey,
that's
there
right.
You go. But yeah, that's why I love Warning, because I just feel like I'm a one-man band in that record.
Got it. And then did you produce the whole album, or which songs did you specifically?
I produced 5 out of the 7. Okay. I did not produce Girlfriend and Don't Look Away, even though I kind of executive produced those ones because I came with the idea. I picked like I told Stocks produce both of those. He's a great producer out of Atlanta, but I was like, okay, you know, play this, play that. So I didn't necessarily do it myself with my hands, but I had the idea. But the rest of the other 5, that was just made right here during COVID. I was just like, all right, let's just get to it. And it's so good to be able to get out what you hear, you know, and I'm still not at the point where I can perfectly articulate. There's so many ideas in my head that I'm just not able to do yet, you know what I'm saying? But I'll figure it out. I also need a room full of violins, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't always have that.
There's a lot of potential, I know, for what I'll be able to make, but producing all these tracks, it's been cool. But yes, I did 5 out of the 7. Very proud of that. Very proud.
You mentioned you made a lot of it or most of it during COVID. Do you feel like your skill set progressed during that time too? Just because I guess during quarantine, like, there was so much time spent working on it. Like, do you feel like you improved as a producer?
Yeah, I definitely think I improved as a producer. I think I actually improved the most kind of when I don't even make tracks. It's coming off realizing, I mean, everybody's process is different, but that's for me. I don't really stress out too much about, okay, I got to make a beat a day or do this and this and that. Yeah, so for me, I feel like just as an artist, I mean, I know other artists will understand, but the better you become as a person, the better you become as an artist. So ultimately, like, my beats get better as I become better, because then
There you
I'm
go.
more patient. I'm more relaxed. So I'm not doing this. I could just chill. Okay, this isn't going the way I want. I'm not stressed about finishing it. I just scrap it. Go to the next one. You know. So it's been a great, you know, this learning process, and just, you know, sitting alone with yourself and just God and asking him to be like, all right, you know, let me not stress. I don't want to make it if it's not, you know, something that comes from a place of like joy or peace. That's also with this project. I didn't want to write it in the feel of 2020, or let me write these, you know, deep emotional songs, because if I'm being quite frank, I have a pretty good outlook on life. So I wasn't really brought down by that moment. So I was like, as my job to my people, to my fans, you know, to my people who pay attention to me, I didn't want to give them that, you know what I'm saying? I just want to give them, all right, we're going to get through this shit, and we're going to love ourselves a little bit more. We're going to do some self-love, and through that, we're going to, you know, talk it up.
Snaps to all that. I see everybody in the yep.
Let's
Y'all
go.
understand too. Okay, so let's talk about what you're gonna be making for us today. Any just insight, heads up, or you want it surprise?
I found, okay, so I'll tell you what I have. I know the BPM that I want. I know it's gonna be 150, and I have like this little hi-hat loop, but I know I want to change it. And I definitely want to showcase, you know, the type of bounce that I like to have. I'm definitely gonna use Omnisphere. It's a plugin that I use. And let me see, there's this keyboard called Retrospective. I love that keyboard. So that's just a little insight. It's 150. It's gonna be a bounce. It's gonna be those atmospherical keys, and I'm gonna figure it out from there. But yeah.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and get started. I might chime in every now and then with some questions from the people, but other than that, I'm going to be jamming out. They are too, and we'll let you do your thing.
All right, well, thank you, guys. Hopefully you enjoy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's get it cracking. I'm going to just put this right here.
Front row seats to the show, okay?
Let's go. All right, so so I found this loop right here. Kind of crazy.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
Exactly. So I want to clean it up. I want to do something like this. I'm gonna cut it, but
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give it some space because it's too messy for me.
Somebody put the eyes like, okay, let's.
All right, so we're gonna start out with there. I'm gonna just start there and put a clap in there, because then I can get going. A lot of people too. I just know how people's attention span goes. If you don't have the clap in there, they don't understand what's going on. So let me put the clap in there.
Add the clap.
Exactly. Hold on. Oh, I have this new clap. It's called I didn't name it, but it's called Free Code, and I don't know why.
Like, oh, it's yours.
No, it's not mine. I found it, but this Free Code clap is just smacking. So here you go. And then like that, the bounce is right there. You know, that's what I'm trying to say.
Here for it.
And I've learned with this tempo, especially with like some urban records, like the kicks are mainly on like the 1, 4, and the 7. So let me just go ahead and do that. That's just like a tip. That's something that I learned and I picked up on.
Okay.
Just listening to songs, that'd be on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's just in that timing. So let me tweak this out real quick.
Yeah, share any tips with the crowd too. I'm sure they'll.
Hey, and if the crowd got any tips for me, let me know. I'm always open for some tips. All right, let me just go ahead and put this on here. 1, 4, and I use Logic, by the way. If anybody wants to know, I use Logic.
Got it.
I know I probably should change to Ableton. Like Ableton's like, I guess, kind of a new industry standard, but
I've heard Logic is more popular, or most of the people we've talked to have used Logic as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really about how you get down and what you like. It's just about the workflow. I started with Logic, so I'm just the most comfortable in it.
Makes sense.
Let's see what this sounds like. All right, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna play. I said, this is that retrospective piano right here.
Ooh.
I love this
That sounds beautiful.
His piano's great. But I can't make it too musical. I gotta give him that. I'm going like T-Pain. I'm going like T-Pain vibes.
Yeah, we love a T-Pain.
We going T-Pain vibes. That's where we gonna go. Let's hear this.
Someone said, make it bouncy.
But I don't like the octaves. I'm gonna drop it. Oh, you got a question?
No, I was gonna ask the crowd how we feeling about that.
Oh yeah, how we feeling?
Definitely, we all can be honest here.
Yeah, please, for real.
Don't hurt his feelings, but.
Oh, he's talking about the Prophet and the. So yeah, I've actually worked on real hardware before. My first project, we used the MPC, we used the Prophet 6, we had the sub fatty bass. Yeah, that was really dope. On my first project, it used basically all hardware. I was working with my boy Max, and he just had like all this gear in his home studio. Like he just spent every piece of money he got, he's spending on some gear.
Wow.
And yeah, that when you have those moments, always take up those moments. Definitely want to know what you're doing or be with an engineer who really knows, because when you start dealing with them synths and them crazy things, you don't know how to. You'll just get frequencies all day, you know. But all right, let me lay this down. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that sounds better. Press the wrong note.
Somebody said, when can
I feel like that timing could be, I need to do the timing a little bit. It needs to catch the bounce more.
Jasmine Shadid wants to know when she can cop some LSD merch.
Oh, I thought I had the hat on. To be announced.
Okay.
To be announced.
Okay.
I made some for the release party, just, you know, honestly as a feeler, as a gift, you know, saying to people that came. But it seems like people are really liking them, so I'll probably end up putting them out.
Might need to, yeah.
For sure. Let's see. Oh, the hell? What was that? If anybody knows, when you produce, stuff be going on. Bounce is not hitting for me right now. I need to be on top of the beat. I know. Let me just handle this. I know y'all probably like,
go ahead.
We're literally just watching. There we go. Well, I already did good on the first half, so we're just gonna copy that. Alright, let's hear it.
I love it.
It's coming.
You can honestly, we can end it here. We're good.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. We gotta finish this one. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. do that all the time. I'll play it and I don't record it and I gotta redo it.
It makes sense. Do you usually like to be by yourself in the studio, or do you have people with you to give that live feedback?
When I'm like just starting out something or building it from the bottom, typically like to do it by myself. I can be in the room with somebody else, but it just has to be like, all right, I'm gonna jump on. I'm gonna do what I do, then you jump on and do what you do.
Gotcha.
Because it's just tough. You know, everybody has, you know, different personal preference. And I've been in rooms with a lot of people where it's like 8 people trying to produce one record. It's like, bruh, it's never going to get done. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, it's not even at the point to criticize yet. You just have to either like get it out before you can even say if it's good or bad, or it's usually just about direction. And a lot of times people want to take things different directions. And if I set the foundation first and let them hear it, then they'll be like, okay, I can get down to it, or vice versa. If somebody wants me to collab, I'm like, all right, well, you start it and then bring it to me, because I just know how musicians and artists are. If you give it to me, I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I typically like to rock it by myself. It depends on the person too. You know, if I'm really, really close with you, we have that back and forth. But if it's just like a new relationship, I'd rather just, you know, keep it to myself and vice versa, and let you do what you do. Because I work with producers who are way better than I am, and I don't be touching the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I let them do their thing, and then I'm like, all right, I got this little melody we can add in, and then I just add some sauce on top. But that foundation, that I feel like that should be a one-person job, personally.
Fair.
Just for clarity, you know? All right, let's get it down. Like, I don't know what sound it is, but like, I need a little, I don't know if you can see what my hand doing right here, but I got this little whammy bar right here.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to have that on.
Fancy. I don't have that in my house.
Ah. So yeah, I just want there to be like a lick on that second one. So and it's a cool thing on what a lot of things you can do, but I don't have to replay it and do that. I can just record and just use the whammy, and it'll just record that effect on it. So I actually don't have to do too much.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it really called the whammy? I'm just genuinely curious. Or is that what you're calling it?
I believe so.
I believe you.
I mean, like a whammy bar on the guitars, that's the whammy bar. This is like what would this be called? It's like it doesn't have a name. Yeah, it's just like
we can go with whammy. I love that, honestly.
Yeah, that's a whammy.
Okay, sure. Cool.
All right, let me just add it real quick. But this is so meticulous because it can get out of key. If I do, that's not right.
Gotcha.
Oh, pitch bend. There you go.
Thank you.
They got it. My bad, job. I really do this though.
No, we believe you. I was gonna go with whammy. I just loved it. I was like, oh, if that's the name, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pitch bend. All right, here we go. It's so slight, you know what I'm saying? But I can hear it. All right, so we got the kick, we got the clap, we got the melody. Now we need it to bang.
Is that usually how you operate? You go in, like, you think of it in stages, and like you have to check each box before you consider it done? Yeah,
I definitely like to start with the keys and the melody. Sometimes I'll start with the drums, but when I do that, it just ends up being like a very rhythmic, heavy track. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if I'm gonna sing on something, I probably won't start with the drums, just because I'll just get so infatuated with filling every pocket and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, 808 time. Yeah, it's probably 808 time. Now I'm like, all right, we're here. Now we just need it. Now I'm in a sense like, let me just give an example. So like this. So I guess how the song would like open. This is how it starts, kind of like intro. I haven't formatted it yet, but
okay.
I like to think like that. That verse. I like to really have like a format. So I bring this in. Now this 808 gotta be crazy. I'm sorry.
It's a jam.
That shit is
It's
jamming, yo.
It's it.
That's the pocket, though. My pocket. It's just like, I don't even know what that is.
He said, I don't even know, but it sounds good.
Yeah, we finna do that. Let's go.
Y'all, how we like it?
Oh, tip. I didn't play this when I played it, but what I did learn too, it's so beneficial to layer your 808 with your kick. I didn't understand when I was first starting to make music. You know, I'd hear the bass, I'd hear the 808, and I thought that was it. And then I put that in there, and I wasn't getting that hit with it, if that makes any sense. So you have to put the kick. Remember I said about the 1, 4, and 7?
Yeah.
So I have other 808s, but I'm gonna make sure that 808 hits on those.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm saying? So that comes through. So instead of it, let's see. We're just giving examples at this point, but I'm having a great time if you guys are.
Are we? Put it in the comments. Are we? Somebody's dancing. I see that.
Everyone feel good with an 808. Let's go. All right, yeah. So here's an example. So if I was just gonna do the 808 like this. Now I have a pretty good 808, so this shit sounds hard. But with the kick, you get that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It just makes it come out a little bit better. But let's get to it. Let's get back to it.
That's my favorite part when it goes.
So I love people know when they hear it, but there isn't a lot of songs, but just like a simple, it's called a rim shot. It's just this sound. Oh shit.
Oh, okay. What is it called again?
It's called a rim shot.
Rim shot. Got it.
And it's just like the rim of a snare.
Okay.
Those sound great on. Let me just put it in place. I just hear it at the end, like 1, 2, 3, 4, click, 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 or something like that. Just to give it like a turnaround. Turnarounds are great at the end of like your 8 bar, your 4 bar. Adding something like that, you know what I'm saying, to just catch people's ear before it, goes back to the 1. It's just little things that I've figured out over time.
Yes, you're teaching me things, honestly.
Let's go.
I hope by the end of, after like 5 of these, I'll be able to just, like create a beat of my own.
Hey, I hope so. That means I'm doing something right too.
Yes.
All right, let me put these in here. That's done. Now I know there's somebody in here who is like, Where's the hi-hat? Now we have a hi-hat in here already, but just for the everyday listener in the ears, we just gonna give you a very simple bop, 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 bop. Watch. It's gonna sound like this. Just gonna
Okay.
Just run it up the whole time. So people like that shit. So it's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Can't go wrong.
It's so beautiful.
That's
like even the subtle changes that you're making, I can hear make like the big difference, you know?
Well, thank you. Yeah, and I hope like you see what I'm saying. Like if you were just to hear this, people would be like, they wouldn't really maybe know what it is or how to get down or like, oh, I don't know if I want to hear this song.
Right.
You know, like I don't like people to have like genre excuses. Like I don't like his stuff because it sounds like this, or I can't get into it. Or if you like R&B, you'll probably like my stuff. If you like hip hop, I'm giving you this. I'm giving you the 808. You don't have to like anything else, but you're gonna like that. You know,
right, right.
I don't like excuses why you can't play my shit.
Genre excuses. I like that. There you go.
And then we got the other little hi-hat under there right here. I need to add one more thing for me personally.
What's the little sprinkle on top? Tell us.
Well, it's just like re-sprinkling something we already have.
Okay. Okay.
So I want to freak this 808 in the second half. I'm gonna copy this over because basically it's an 8-bar loop right now. I'm gonna copy it so it's 16. Where are we at? Because it's good, but I just already know me. Like, I don't want it to get redundant. Even people don't think it's redundant. Me as the artist, I don't want it to get redundant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just play around some things. Hold on.
Yes. Wait, question. What's that clack clack in the beginning called? Somebody wants to know.
Clack
Del Grey.
Oh, I think it's the rim shot that I was playing.
Rim shot? Okay. There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I did a rim shot, and then I added on top this other clap that has like a ring and a clap.
Right.
It's like that, or whatever that is. I guess that's the clack she's talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let me add this in there. I think that sounds hard to me. Yeah, and I might do that and like cut the track. Silence, produce around silence. It's a great tip. Silence is great. It's absolutely great because it makes the person go, and then it hits back in.
That second in the song where it cuts out. Actually, one of my favorite things about a beat usually is when that cuts out.
It shit is fire every time.
I don't know what it does, but it's just like
it literally just goes dead. That's what's like. It sounds like oh my god, it's like this. It's like going on a roller coaster. It's that weird feeling when you're facing down but you're not moving.
Not going yet.
You're literally you see it, and then you go. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing when you cut that out. So I'm gonna try to curate one of those moments here. Tip at the top. That sounded pretty damn good to me. I'm gonna find that gap for you though. I'm gonna figure that gap for you. I know we about to be done, but I'm gonna figure that gap when we done.
I'm waiting on it. Okay, you can't let me down. You got.
I got you. I got you. I'm trying to think when I should do it though. I'll do it right here for you. Watch. You gonna like this one.
No pressure.
Oh yeah, definitely pressure, but I think I can handle it. Oh, after that clap is when it's gotta come. Nah, we still need them chords in here. We need this out. We need the 808 out. I'm trying to, because I know you like that part. Hold on. This might not be it, though. I might be trying to be too nice to you. Just right there. Just a little silence. Also, certain things, like, just... I'm not the best yet at doing everything. So some people, there's faster ways of doing things. I got to do it the way I know how to do it.
Right. That's completely fair.
Yeah. There you go. It's subtle, but it's fine.
All right, running back. There you go.
And I can put like a little, that's just fine. Let me just get a little sound effect and then we'll be done.
This is amazing. I know y'all having a good time. But
Yeah, man. Hope so. I'm having a good time.
Okay. Same.
Let's go. You got your interview more. She want that gap. Put a double kick and a clap.
You freestyled a little bit.
For real. All right, let's see. I just want to just throw something in here. Also, I love this is very simple, but it gives it a whole feel. I'm not gonna really do this, but as if I had just did this. You know what I'm saying? You can just like start the track off like that and certain things. Say if we were just starting it out, I could always do something like
start. It's easy.
Say it again?
The easy start. The little easy start.
Yeah, it's just a little like, okay, like, all right, we finna do some. But nah, let me do one last thing. Also, you're gonna have to cut me off because this is what I'm like. The beat is done. The beat is actually done. It sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie.
It sounds amazing.
But now I'm just trying to, just make it sound real good.
I feel like there's always something you could do to it though. So it must be like almost a never-ending process where you have to have somebody be like, okay.
Yeah, because you also want to make room for like, I plan on probably recording to this at some point or this and that. So I gotta leave room for the vocal. There's a lot of producers. Right. That makes the difference between like being like beat makers and producers. Beat makers, that's why a lot of rappers will just be on beats because it's not too much syncopation, but with melodies and singing different times, you just have to really have it playing so that you can, hear what they're saying. And because that vocal is going to be a whole nother melody. So me trying to sing on top of the it's like I might have to take it out sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to hear the vocal and just, certain things like that. I have these harmonies I recorded a long time ago and they kind of work with everything. So I'm just going to see. I haven't I sampled myself basically. That's what it sounds like.
So you want to throw that there?
So that's the vibe, but I can play it anywhere.
Oh.
So I'm gonna figure out what key work. I'm gonna figure out what key works with this, and then go from there. This has an intro. We'll figure it out though, and then we'll be done.
So we said, now we talking. Let's go. Yeah, that vote. Yeah, that would sound amazing.
Just something that's totally left field. You know what I'm saying? Right. So then when it comes in, it's just a different vibe. How are we gonna do this? Let me see. Because now it's like, okay, do I make sure it matches up on the timing or make sure it matches up to the key? And I'm pretty sure it needs to match the key more than the time. That's too fast. Hold on. This shit could be crazy.
Like that.
It doesn't work.
It was fun for a second. That sounded really, really good.
I know.
I think I heard it.
You know what? I'm gonna figure it out, but I need more than 10 more minutes. Put it that way.
That's fine.
For now, though, I'm gonna just run it from the top. I'm gonna solo some things as if I, how I would format it, typically.
Okay.
And then,
So you're saying this is the final for now. I just want to let the people know this is the entire build-up has come to this right here. So y'all listen up. Here we
go. Let's go. No pressure. Let's get it. I had to click in there. Hold on. Trying to sing.
Yeah.
I use a synth to just play around with what I would probably sing. But That's it, y'all. I appreciate the love, man. That was a lot of fun.
You know, I went crazy when that beat or the break happened. You know, that was
I saw you. I saw you.
Thank you. Thank you
Nah,
for
for
including
real.
that. Wait,
Man,
but
I
before
really
we
do
go,
appreciate this. Yeah, please.
who, if anyone, if you could choose any artist in the world to join you or just to make this beat for them, who would be on this track?
Oh, T-Pain. Shit, that's what I kind of like about it. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just love what he does. I love that he's like coming back out again. People are like getting reacclimated, and actually hearing it, it's got that proper bounce. I would love to hear what he does on it. Actually, I might try to embody my boy T-Pain. I mean, yeah, if I had his number, I'd hit him. If anybody got the connect, let me know.
We believe in manifestation over here, so we're gonna put that out in the atmosphere.
Let's go. Thank you.
T-Pain, hop on this one with Dana Vaughns, please.
Thank you. Yeah, hey T-Pain, you gonna see this?
Right, you will see this.
Tap a Hannick.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, y'all, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Behind the Beat. My name is Jamila. This is Dana Vaughns, and he just made a beat for us, and it's fire. You might see it on our timeline later. So,
all right, let's do it. Yo, thank you so much. You're a pleasure, man. I really do appreciate it, and all the energy from the people, from you, and check me out everywhere. Let's go.
This was so fun. All right, you have a great rest of your day. All right.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye.